Welcome, Roy here from Yago Yoga. So step 4 on the 12 steps to more headspace. So let's just check in with the last step, and we were looking at opening up inner space and that spatial awareness through your breath. So how did you get on? It was pretty straightforward in the sense of all I'm asking you to do is to become aware of your breath and slow your breathing down. Feel a bit of movement in your navel, your rib cage, your upper chest, and again getting that sense of spaciousness on the inhale and your inner space, and then as you exhale it draws you down deeper into your body, going deeper into that spatial awareness of connecting, feeling your body. Okay, so now think about the steps. How did you get on? There's your spatial awareness, your personal boundary, your environmental boundary, and now you're turning your senses inwards and you're looking at your inner space through your breath, and again feeling that spatial awareness. How did it go for you? It's pretty straightforward. Did it make sense to you? Okay, so very good, very good. So again, those 3 steps is where you can see your spatial awareness is working externally and it's beginning to work internally, and there's the depth perception of it externally. So now we're going to explore the depth perception of it a little bit more internally. So today's step, again, is very simple. It's just an add-on from step 3, is again, focus on your breath. Slow it down, breathing the navel, the rib cage, and the upper chest. Now as you exhale and you come to the end of your exhale, there's a moment of transition before you inhale. There's that moment of pause. It's like the pendulum when it swings from side to side. There's a moment of pause and then it goes in the opposite direction. A moment of pause and the opposite direction. It doesn't stop. So it doesn't hang there for a second. It just comes to a moment of pause and it moves in the next direction. Now, in the pause, the space between your breaths, there's a real strong sense of stillness. There's a calmness in it. Okay, and what I want you to do is when you exhale, navel, ribcage, upper chest, when you exhale and you come again, go nice and deep, don't stress, but go nice and deep, and you come to the end of your exhale, feel that moment of pause and spend an extra moment or 2 there. And notice, first you get a sense of stillness and calmness in it, and then in that it's going to really begin to open up that sense of depth and spaciousness in your body. It takes you deep into your body and it gives you a sense of depth and spaciousness in it. When you inhale and you come to the peak of your inhale, nice and slow and deep, don't force it so it's not restrictive, is that you come to the peak of your inhale and that moment of pause, stay there for a couple of moments longer. Now notice that gives you a much fuller sensation. It really expands that sense of inner space and it gives you a lovely sense of lightness and fullness in it. And then there's this spatial awareness of that. Okay? And that's your practice. Is down to the exhale, a beautiful depth and stillness in it, and the spatial awareness, notice how it expands. And as you inhale, there's a lovely fullness and openness, even a bit of lightness in it. And as you reside in that for a couple of moments longer, notice that there's a beautiful spatial awareness of that greater sense of space. Now, there you go, that's it. It's a little bit more challenging because you got to focus on it a little bit more. How do you know you're winning in it? Is when you come to the pause at the end of your exhale, you'll feel the stillness for a moment. But then when you start to feel that spatial awareness of it, again, it's an intuitive practice, but you start to feel a much greater sense of space. When you start to feel that much greater sense of space, that's it. You're opening up, you're expanding your spatial awareness. The same on the inhale, you get that lovely fullness, you get that openness, you get that lightness in it. And again, those couple of extra moments is when your awareness moves into that spatial sense, that openness can feel greater and greater. Sometimes you might feel that when you're exhaling, you're grounded so much, it's like you've got the stillness of a mountain. And again, when you inhale, you've got the fullness of the mountain. You get a beautiful sense of bigness, so to speak. So if you get those subtle senses, that's your spatial awareness being explored in your body. So that's it. That's a win. Okay, so again, give me some feedback in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, share it with your friends, that'd be great. Let's build a community. There's lots of these practices that we have to tease out with you. Click notifications for up to date, keep it up to date. And outside of that, 10 practices a day is great. This practice is, it'll probably take you about 20-30 seconds. You know, you take a breath to settle, you take another breath to come into it more, you take a third breath to really feel the fullness of the experience. Okay? So 10 a day would be great. Is 20 a day would be super, and again, 30 a day would be amazing. And then do it for 3 days. Is let yourself settle into it. And then remember the steps. And part of the challenge is you're beginning to hold all these different senses of spatial awareness together. So you're going about your day, you're aware of your own personal boundaries. You're just in that spatial awareness. Is you're aware of your spatial boundaries now in your environment, is that's becoming more present to you. You're now getting that greater sense of that. Your awareness of it is holding constant. You'll sense it more. Equally, you're breathing a little deeper, a little fuller into your breath. You're beginning to tap into that inner sense of spatial awareness, you know, and now you're going into the pauses, and that's going to intensify that sense of your inner space. And part of it might be is that you start to feel spaces inside you that feel greater than your body, which is an odd sensation. Is how can I feel like I'm a mountain and I feel as big as a mountain, but yet I'm in this physical body, which obviously is not a mountain. That's you tapping into your inner spatial awareness and opening up to the energetics of it. You're getting into the energetics of it. Okay? So again, if that's happening, that's a good thing. If you're not sure, again, bit of feedback. But for today, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Thank you.